So now we're driving the S60 and straight up the steering wheel seems very light. Now you may feel the absence of paddle shifters, but the initial throttle response seems very good, and you are always reminded about the speed limit with the road information right there. And straight up, when you floor it, the power is obviously cut off by the traction control, but you do get the 4-cylinder filling the cabin inside. And the horn sounds fairly normal. That is nothing new or different. Maneuverability is very nice, and you also have a small map between the odometer readings of the gauge cluster. Now this motor sounds really nice, and the power delivery is very linear. You do not get the sudden push that is expected out of a vehicle of this figure. Power delivery, as I said, is very linear. No sudden pushes and no sudden movement that you feel, but the linearity of the power delivery should not be confused with the car being slow. The car is very fun to drive, and there is minimal body roll. Now we're just going to try to do a standstill run. So this doesn't obviously get the launch control. Left foot on the brake, right foot on the accelerator. Rev still 2500 RPM. So the 0 to 100 time, as I said, is around 6.5 seconds, which is very impressive. The car is able to plant itself and the power output very freely and very nicely. There is actually little to no wheel spin that the vehicle experiences. And shit, I'm on the wrong way. This is obviously a turbocharged 4-cylinder. And the brakes are also very confident and very exact. The steering wheel feedback is also there, and the steering wheel is light at reduced speeds, but when you go to about 100, the steering wheel becomes very precise and it tightens up. And obviously there is a bit of a road noise, and that is, I believe, because of the tires. The tires on this vehicle make this noise. Now the acceleration is very effortless. You do not feel any problem, and the power is very adequate there. And as I said, the delivery is very linear. Flooring it. I am actually very impressed by the sound that the car makes. I am genuinely impressed. And this is how the autopilot works on this. And by pilot assist engages. So now the car will steer itself and it will change the lane on itself. So right now the vehicle is actually, as you can see, the car steered itself back into the lane, and right now my hands are off the steering wheel. The car is going till, let's set it to 80, and now only my hands have to stay here. The car will steer for itself. So now I'll just change the lanes, and the car, as you see, steered itself. So this is how the lane keep assist works, and the adaptive cruise control is obviously the same and is now offered in a lot of cars. Again, I'll change my lane. Now I'll take off the indicators, and now the car will steer itself back, as you observe. So this is really cool, and this is how the lane change assist works. As you can see, here is a diagram which shows me green when it's actually controlling the steering wheel, and when I, for example, change my lane, it darkens. So that shows me that the steering wheel is now controlled by, now again green, so now it's again controlled by the computer. So this is how the lane keep assist works, and this is something really cool. I had also earlier stated that there are no drive modes. I apologize, you do have drive modes. There is a little selector down here, this knob, so you have to just press it, and you can now see you have 3 drive modes: eco, comfort and dynamic. So now I'll set it to dynamic and we'll drive now. So let us see how. So there is a bit of a change in the gear ratio. So right now the gear shifts are happening more quickly, they are snappy, they just happen, and you can feel the surge while they're happening. And the steering wheel is still on the heavier side at higher speeds. There is no change in steering feedback, but the main discernible difference is the gear ratio. It has become a lot more snappy. So there it is. The Volvo S60 is the toned down S90 with more power, and which is more fun to drive. And I believe there is nothing more that can be emphasized here. I will end my review here. So do like, share and subscribe. Now I will also review the Volvo XC60. I actually own it, so I will do it at my own pace when I get time. So that vlog is sure and will come. In the meantime, I hope you enjoyed the ride inside this S60. And this was actually lent to me by Speed Volvo